Oh, right up. There you go.
You've got 2 clubs in your hand there, good sir.
I have. I've got a 6.
They're not tightless.
No, there's a 6 and a 7. That's what they are.
So what have you got? A 6 iron and a 7 iron.
1 blade, 1 cavity.
So you've got 1 MB blade and 1 AP1, so super cavity to blade. Why have you chosen those 2 clubs, Dan?
I've chosen those 2 clubs because they're both the same loft. 31 degrees in loft. Pretty much the same length, same shaft. Should be interesting, this.
Workability. Something that's sold with the bladed over the other so much more. Also as well, something, the counter to that obviously is how much easier the cavity is over the blades, those kind of ideas. So we're going to try and shape balls with both, hit kind of precise shaping numbers, and then we'll also go high and low. Which one's more workable? In those comments down there, let me know. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the videos. Don't be afraid to subscribe as well. This should be fun, like Dan said. So we're going to try and hit a certain amount of spin axis. So we're going to use this box here. It'll tell us the spin axis tilt, which is draw and fade. So left, draw, spin axis tilt, right is fade. Which one can we control it with more? Can you use your balls for your test? 10 left then. Shall we start with a 10 left?
10 left.
Is it drawing?
Yeah.
So this isn't about hitting target, because that's a slightly different conversation. This is about hitting a certain spin axis. What was it? He's 12. It was just delayed coming in. It's 12. Look, 12 left. So 2 away from the perfect spin axis. Just to put it out there, hitting the spin axis like on the number is super precise. Just so we get
But that's quite good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, what club was that?
Blade.
So that was the bladed. So you found that quite easy. So we go 10 cut.
Yeah.
Have you cut it?
Little cut, not enough,
Right.
I don't reckon.
You feel better drawing than you do cutting.
That's
I
not
reckon.
bad. That's 6 right.
So 6 right. Do you want one more go at the cut?
Yeah.
So he was 4 out and 2 out. So the draw was easier than the cut, which I would say is much more matte. But again, we're still on the blade. This club is more workable.
I reckon that's better.
Reckons that's better?
No.
No, about the same.
Same.
So the more workable iron, in theory, you found it harder to cut than you did draw on that little instance.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with the other club, or should we get down in with the blade as well? What do you reckon?
Let's get him
I
on
reckon we go for it.
Yeah, I reckon we go for it.
Yeah. Let's just bring in the teas in.
Here he comes.
Oh, it's mince. Pure mince, that boy. Here he is.
There he is. The boss.
No.
Come on.
He's so Stephen Merchant, isn't he? People say Carl Pilkington. I'm seeing Stephen Merchant more.
I'll have that one.
Oh, mincing off. Lester doesn't need a steady cam, does he? But you imagine he had a camera, it wouldn't go up and down, would it? He's a walking steady cam.
Oh, God. I'm going to get back to doing something. You enjoyed playing.
Thanks. Matt, there's an incident. Can you sort this out?
Oh god, they ain't gone down, have they?
That's why you weren't getting
My pins aren't big enough.
to hold them up. Right, draw with now. Show us the club. AP1. So it's a 7 iron because we've matched the lofts.
Yes.
Because obviously D plane would allow us to shape it more than club design, which is something I think lots of people don't quite
Get.
work in. 10 left draw.
Nah, that hasn't drawn enough.
Didn't.
Or did that not catch because it was asleep?
You were asleep, that's why.
I think we might have called it.
No, that was my last call. And it didn't pipe the one before.
Go on then. Draw. Round 2. You're not starting right. Is it drawing?
Yeah.
Oh, bang on, look at that.
10 left.
There you go.
10 left.
So 2
So
goes.
looking at this one here, not this one down here.
Yeah, this is the F axis. We're looking at the spin axis of the ball. 10 left, so we hit the number after 2 goes. So in effect, this is harder to draw then.
If it's taken me 2, yeah.
Would you agree?
No.
No. Why would you not agree?
Because it's me, isn't it?
Yeah, is that, I don't know, I'm asking.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not done it the first time.
Cut then. 10 cut. That looked like a decent cut.
Yeah, that's cutting.
Oh, 10 right. You've hit the number straight off
Bang
the bat.
bang. Bang bang.
10.2 right.
Call me Bubba.
So moving left to right for you, would you, before doing this and then after, how would your opinion have changed, or what would, because obviously it's definitely been used as a selling tool, isn't it?
Like, if I was to put 2 clubs down and go, that's more workable than that, I probably wouldn't. I would be going more on distance with club as looks as a thing.
So you wouldn't think one is more workable than the
No.
other, left and right,
No.
drawing and cutting?
And that's just through playing with all types of clubs, really. Like, I've experienced the cavities, I've experienced the blades, and I've never found that one curves more than the other.
Yeah. Dan, do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
10 and 10, beat that, boys. That was pure mince.
That's because Mincy came in.
I've worked out why that first one might have been wrong.
Go on.
My socks.
That's obvious now.
Yeah.
10 left.
I would
Dan.
like to see your sock. Have they sent you pink ones with the little pink chevron on?
No, do they do that? Do they?
Well, I'm thinking if you're using pink, so every time
Match
you use
it up.
pink,
Yeah.
pink ball, pink socks, blue ball, blue socks.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, I need a yellow and a pink chevron, don't
I'm more looking forward to Gran Canaria in a few weeks to see what socks any of us might be wearing. There might be a little trip to town this weekend for the sock shop.
Right, I'm going draw.
10 left.
10 left.
Sock
This is the
ball.
blade. Thoughts? Did you draw it or not?
Yeah, I don't think it's quite 10 though.
No. 4. 4.3. You need to double it up. That's the blade.
Yeah,
Work it.
Yeah. Thinner, faster.
it's probably over.
10.
10.
Oh, bang on, is
Yeah.
it?
Good shot.
10's quite a lot of curve.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
it
was
is, yeah.
very.
I don't know what the
curvy.
maths is actually on the curvature with speeds, but you're probably looking at, I don't know, 20 yards
20
of
yards,
curve.
yeah, I reckon.
Right, should we go 10 right?
Yeah,
with the
10
blade?
right blade. Overdone?
11.4.
Well, good effort.
So I would leave that
That's
there.
good.
That,
yeah.
that to hit the fade or the right one felt a lot harder for me. Like I had to really.
Yeah,
feel
and
like
that's
I'm
you, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
we did that with
We've done it before,
Mark Blackburn. You were much more drawy than fadey, which we know. So you took 2 goes to draw it, 1 go to have a good enough. I mean, within 2 or 3 to me is hitting the number on a spin axis.
Yeah.
When you're spinning it 10. Right, this is the harder, less gameable club in theory. Built to go straight, people believe, and things, comments like that, I think. 10 left.
No, that's gone right. I think
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
1 right.
I've blocked that bit. Try and. Overdone?
12, so pretty good. Have that. 2 goes. So what was the difference between the first one and the second one? Because the first one was totally wrong.
Totally right. Just got the face completely wrong.
You
I
did?
blocked it, yeah. Just could feel it as soon as I hit it. I knew it was going to go right.
So would you then, if you were looking at these 2 clubs as a shaping golfer,
Yeah.
would you work that into your buying premise, or would you just think, let's ignore that one, that's me? What would you think?
Well, if you think like, if I take myself back, like we've had this conversation before, but if you take me back, I would have just assumed, because of what's been said in the past, that the blade will, I could work it more than I can the more higher cavity.
So
club.
then you would use a shot like you just hit, would reiterate that, and then you would then think, well, that's why I want that.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely right. That's exactly how I would have bought clubs in the past.
Yeah.
And interestingly, even though I've understood more face the path as you learn through the PGA and everything like that, again, nothing was ticking, nothing was like, there was no light bulb moment going off in there to say, well, actually, no,
Yeah.
what they're saying is incorrect.
Yeah.
But if we now look at D-plane and how that has the effect on it, if you think about it, if I take the 7 iron in this set
Yeah.
and I compare it to the 7 iron in the MB,
Exactly. Yeah.
this is actually going to curve potentially more. I have more potential to curve
Yeah,
this one than I
it's a
do
lower
because it's a
loft.
lower loft, 31 degrees of loft in
It's
this.
contrary because most people aren't doing what we're doing here, which is matching lofts.
Yeah.
So it actually is contradictory to think that one would shape one another's, unless you don't understand D-plane. And my videos make it very clear that a big portion of people don't want to understand it or care about it, which is fine, that's their decision. But it's a fact that's there. It's like, and it's not something that I've discovered. It's something that was written in a book years ago. It's like, and then it's been proven. It's just, I think it's really interesting how muddled it gets when the messaging golf comes through. And this isn't to highlight one company, but this isn't made by R&D. It's made by marketing, and they're a lovely team. I've met them and they're cool guys, and I love what they do. And I think Callaway do some great marketing stuff as well as some edgy stuff. But you know, this is built around trying to get a message out to a mass, which then just gets so muddled when you try to do that. Well, I get why they try to do it, because they're trying to sell to a mass market, but you get these ridiculously glaring contradictions of this one will be easier to hit straight. Well, it's a 6-iron over a 7-iron. Like, everyone knows that the lower loft gets, the easier it is to curve it through their game. Why do I slice my driver and not my irons conversations?
I think,
but they forget it when you go and put some money in front of it. And again, we could look at Titleist's marketing, we could look at TaylorMade's, Callaway's, Mizuno's, all of them do it. They're trying to make what is a complex message simple, and then people trip up.
I also think that people just want something to be different in their game if they're buying new stuff too, don't they? They just want that, like, 300-yard drive. It's like, oh, it's not going to do any different, but if you think it will, and you want something shiny, just go and buy it.
Absolutely. Shall we go with the fade with this then?
Yeah.
This is your harder shot in theory.
Good, 9.7.
I thought that might be close.
Yeah, 9.7, so 0.3 away.
Very good.
Love it. I mean, so out of the two, again, arguably, it's only 2 shots each. You could test this. I mean, let's just remember, for anyone watching, and I understand data capture and what have you, you could do loads more shots than in average. And so I've done this for over 10 years, as in, like, I've done this test so many times and the same thing comes out. I know this might be the first time you've watched the test, that's cool. But it's been done a lot with a lot of people. So I'm going to do the same, start with the blade, draw 10.
Draw 10.
Draw 10, yeah. Finding the draw harder at the minute.
That's 10.
That's 10.
Okay. Cutting up. Cut 10.
That's 11.6.
Oh, very good.
So I'm happy
Not
with both
bad.
of those.
Very good.
So I found that easy with that club.
Yeah. And that was the blade.
So we go to AP1, 10.
9.7.
Yeah. Very good.
That felt about right. 10 right.
13.1.
Very good.
So the blade won, but I totally, as I hit those, felt like it was literally my... So as soon as I hit 10 and you called it, I was desperately trying to hold on to all the feelings to then just repeat it. You can put any club in my hand and I'm just going to try and repeat that feeling. Like me. I just felt like that was going to... It was irrelevant what club you put in. I had to do that feeling because I'd found the number.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to mix it up a little then. Left and right. I think we can all agree, like, it's us. The club is doing nothing. To say the club is doing nothing is unfair because there's no definites in golf, unfortunately, because there's always a percentage of unknowns. But I would be confident to say that you will not be able to feel what is marketed at you as you know, more movable or not.
Yeah.
High and low. So I'm going to go low with both. Oh, sorry, I put H. I'm going to go high. So I'm going to try and hit my highest shot. Has to be struck. If it's not struck, you can have another go.
Curvature or just high and straight?
Say that again.
Does it matter if it's curved?
No, I don't. Yeah, try and straight. Don't try and cut it up.
Yeah, high and straight.
I want you to hit a
High and
straightish high shot.
Okay, yeah,
like you
fine.
would if you were on the course. You know, there's a tree in front of me, but I want to try and get 6-iron distance.
Yeah.
So I'm going to literally put it at the front, lean back, and just try not to fit it that much. So I've ripped that, and that's probably as high as I can hit that. So we'll look at peak height. That's the blade.
35 yards in the air. 35 yards.
So can I get an equivalent strike with the AP1? Bit thin, but a fairish comparison. They went within a yard distance of each other.
34.
A yard difference in height. 34 that, so that's
So
1
slightly
yard
lower.
lower.
And 50 revs.
So that's the strike. That was a groove lower. If I can get the equivalent strike, I'm interested to see. There you go. That has to be higher.
37.
Yeah, that was higher.
Higher spin, higher launch.
Better strike.
Higher loft though.
High loft.
So that's the last strike. You see that?
Yeah, the red one there.
And I think that is the first one.
Yeah, the what?
Let's look at the potential then. If I get that up there,
Yeah.
but then is it me thinking?
Well, look, 33 to 30. They're the same lofts in the clubs to start with.
And
So is it you reacting?
It's me thinking this will go higher and almost making that a thing.
your angle of attack is 2 down though, so your spin lofts are pretty similar.
Oh, are they?
Mm.
So I'm gonna do one more go with both. In fact, no, I'm not. Give me the blade. Can I get the blade anywhere near that? So 37 is the benchmark.
37, but you're trying to deliver a couple degrees more loft.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the same. That's the same. Subject to strike.
So,
Oh,
36, and you got 34 degrees of
and
loft.
34 spin loft with the other one as well. They're very similar.
Yeah. So, and was there a difference in height?
Yard.
1 yard difference.
Okay.
1 yard lower with that one.
So I'm going to go low with the blade.
Okay.
It's so funny. You know where this ends, don't you? So like as low as you can go. It's not a strike. It's not
that
fair.
top?
You're close to, yeah. I would call it a top.
3 yards high.
I would call it a wicked fin.
A little bit low and heely.
Little low and heely, yeah.
So a better strike than I was trying not to. I'm trying to go like that,
Yeah.
not like that. Oh, wait, that then.
All moved.
That's a strike.
That's a good one.
Peak height.
11.
Okay. So can I keep the one that goes in the air equally low? Yes.
Cool. Yeah, that sounded the same.
10.
Boom, boom.
Same
Nice.
carry basically as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the
Numbers.
Look, 12.3 to 13 loft.
Spin loft similar again. Everything's similar.
Yeah.
same. So we can all do this, but you know what will happen.
Yeah.
So that goes a yard higher in your higher shot.
Debatable.
Yeah. In your readings.
Yeah.
And it goes a yard lower in your lower shot.
So what's more workable? Well, when I've done this test in the past, this often comes out slightly more workable because you do get a fraction more basically
Nah.
this way.
Yeah.
So if my hitting window is like here,
Yeah.
with this club, it goes like a few millimetres higher.
Yeah.
So if anything, you would argue this is more workable, but then at the same time, I would say the loft. It's not the D plane rules it all, is it? Not something like as obvious as that, is it?
That no one wants to understand, is it?
The thing that actually affects everything.